All right, this is Brother Aisha Yar coming at you with another lesson. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned is true from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Akwaf that's listening and learning. Today, I want to get into a topic talking about Halloween and its madness, man, because, that's what today is. That's what Babylon is all about at the moment. Everybody's getting ready to dress up and eat candy and bob for apples and do all this crazy wickedness, man. Praying to the demons, telling stories about demons and everything like that, man. And just wanted to get into it, man. Bring out a few points about the origins of Halloween, where it actually came from, what it's really about and everything like that. And pretty much is going to the scriptures showing you that it's nowhere in the scriptures. So that means this is a holiday. This is a day that is considered a feast day according to the scriptures, which the Most High despises. All right, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah does not support Halloween. Okay, so I'm gonna get into this article right here just a little bit. Then I got another article where I'm just gonna be like it's like a paragraph, and then I'm gonna get into it's the full moon tonight. All right, I think it says a double full moon or a blue full moon, something like that. Pretty much showing you that we going into some crazy times, man. Been seeing a lot of brothers upload things about the COVID cases jumping up. They got a movie coming out that's about COVID, which is wild as hell, man. You got a movie about COVID. And I'm like, man, people don't realize that this shit bullshit. People don't realize that COVID is a cover up for something bigger, man. Come on, man. This is actually something that you're living. They're coming out with a movie with that you're living through, man. You're actually experiencing COVID-19, man. But they put COVID-23 up in there, so you already gonna, I don't even want to spoil the trailer. Well, it's just a trailer. Just go watch it. The trailer is called Songbird. And like I said, it's a movie about COVID. And it's showing you how it's going to be when the second lockdown hits, all right? So I just wanted to say that real quick. Now let's get into this article. It's Halloween 2020. All right. We're gonna read down. We gotta read that ancient origins of Halloween. There's something that I just wanted to get into. Let me read these two paragraphs right here. It says to commemorate the event, Druids built huge sacred bonfires where the people gathered to burn crops and animals as sacrifices to the Celtic deities. During the celebration, the Celts wore costumes, typically consisting of animal heads and skins, and attempted to tell each other's fortunes. When the celebration was over, they relit their hearth fires, which they had extinguished earlier that evening, from the sacred bonfire to help protect them during the coming winter. Let me see if I should have just read all of it. Halloween's origins date back to the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. Oh, okay, pronounced Samhain. Wow. Whatever. Pronounced Samhain. The Celts, who lived 2,000 years ago, mostly in the area that is now Ireland, the United Kingdom, and northern France, celebrated their new year on November 1st. This day marked the end of summer and the harvest and the beginning of the dark, cold winter, a time of year that was often associated with human death. Celts believed that on the night before the new year, the boundary between the worlds of the living and the dead became blurred. On the night of October 31st, they celebrated Samhain. Samhain. That word don't even look like that. But anyway, when it was believed that the ghosts of the dead returned to earth. In addition to causing trouble and damaging crops, Celts thought that the presence of the otherworldly spirits made it easier for the Druids or Celtic priests to make predictions about the future. For a people entirely dependent on the volatile natural world, these prophecies were an important source of comfort during the long, dark winter. To commemorate the event, Druids built huge sacred bonfires where the people gathered to burn crops and animals as sacrifices to the Celtic deities. During the celebration, the Celts wore costumes typically consisting of animal heads and skins and attempted to tell each other's fortunes. When the celebration was over, they relit their hearth fires, which they had extinguished earlier that evening, from the sacred bonfire to help protect them during the coming winter. Now, Salakia, this is the part that I wanted to get into. It says, did you know 1/4 of all the candy sold only in the U.S. purchases for Halloween? But this part right here, it says by 43 AD, the Roman Empire had conquered the majority of Celtic territory. In the course of the 400 years that they ruled the Celtic lands, 2 festivals of Roman origin were combined with the traditional Celtic celebration of Samhain. The first was Feralia, a day in late October when the Romans traditionally commemorated the passing of the dead. The second was the day to honor Pomona, the Roman goddess of fruit and trees. The symbol of Pomona is the apple, and incorporation of this celebration into Samhain probably explains the tradition of bobbing for apples that is practiced today on Halloween. Now, as we all know, America is spiritually New Rome, all right? Because America has, once again, America is nothing but Rome all over again, only in an advanced way, okay? Everything that Esau does and everything that we do in this society, man, goes back to the ways of Rome, even Halloween, all right? Rome took the Celtics celebration or whatever it was, and they used it for themselves, man. And now this is why and where you get that bobbing for apples thing when Halloween approaches. All right. It says the symbol Pomona is the apple, and the incorporation of this celebration to Samhain probably explains the tradition of bobbing for apples that is practiced today on Halloween. So once again, man, this is nothing but witchcraft, worshiping devils, demons, wizards, false gods, and everything like that, man. But of course, Esau makes this look cool, man. He makes this look like something that you should be a part of. Everybody gets to dress up as what they want to be. Everybody, you pretty much hide who they really are and get to be demons for a day and get away with it. So let me get this other one right here. This says, let me get this screen out the way. It says, what's the real history of Halloween and why do we celebrate it on October 31st? All right, these 3 little things right here was enough for me. It says the history of Halloween goes all the way back to a pagan festival called Samhain, which I just read. The word Halloween comes from All Hallows Eve and means hallowed evening. All right. Then this is the part right here. Hundreds of years ago, people dressed up as saints and went door to door, which is the origin of Halloween costumes and trick-or-treating. Pretty much, man, this is a mockery. All right. They dress up as saints so they can go door to door to get candy or whatever it is from people, and they celebrated it like that shit was funny. All right. Now, of course, when you see the word saints and everything like that, first thing you think about is the scriptures. You think about the Israelites and everything like that, at least for me and everything, right? But, of course, people in the world, they think about saints, they're going to think about Jewish people. They're going to think about people that's not actually the saints. But still, though, man, even if they're not even dressing up as the real original Israelites, this is still, hey, you dressing up as somebody who came from an ancient world, man. All right. Hundreds of years ago, people dressed up as saints and went door to door, which is the origin of Halloween costumes and trick-or-treating. So it's bullshit at the end of the day, man. All of this is bullshit at the end of the day. All right. And then here it is. From space.com. It says, rare Halloween blue moon is a spooky treat for all of us. Yippee. It's the first in 76 years and won't happen again until 2039. We'll be in the kingdom by then, whooping your ass. But anyway, let me see. Did it just freeze on me? Oh, okay. It's right here. It says, but wait, there's more. The October 31st full moon also happens to be a blue moon, a designation for the second full moon to occur in a single calendar. Blue moons are relatively rare as well, occurring on average just once every 2.5 years or so. We last saw one in March 2018. The next one is in August 2023. Like I said, Yahweh Ratazan, we won't even be here around that time. I kind of doubt it, man. Things are moving quick. But pretty much, man, there's a blue moon that's happening on Halloween, And as we all know, when you read the scriptures, the moon are supposed to be for signs of times and seasons, all right? So it's letting us know. So Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is letting us know that he's getting ready to make moves, man. There's been a lot of special moons this year. A lot of special moons this year, all right? So he's getting ready to make moves, man. So I just want to bring that out. So let's jump into these scriptures, man. Because pretty much, man, the Most High is making moves, and it's a beautiful thing, man. I woke up today, and my spirit's excited, man. I'm looking at all the brothers' videos that they're uploading and everything, man, and people, and it's just making me excited, man. Like I said, I wake up and I see it's a trailer out for the COVID, for a movie talking about COVID. I'm seeing the troops coming back on the streets because of the unrest and the protests. I wake up to a news article talking about another so-called black man got shot and killed, I think today. And there's uproars and protests in Portland now. All right. But doing all of this madness and chaos, people still out here trying to blend in, acting like everything is okay. Everybody's still out here getting ready for Halloween. They getting ready to watch Freddy Krueger and pop all the popcorn that they want, and they ordering takeout and doing all these other things, man. People around here, man, around the city that I live in, people decorating their houses like it's Christmas. I'm over here driving down the streets working, and people got, man, statues and blow-up balloons and lights and everything, pumpkins on the front of their houses, all kind of shit. I'm like, man, you never really seen this type of decoration, decorative things until Christmas. But this COVID has got beating people up so much. They like, man, we got to do something to have fun. And that's exactly what they're going to do, man. That's exactly what they're going to do. But anyway, let's get this real quick. This is Revelation 13 and 11. And it says, I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and causes the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. He doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Now I want to bring this out because this is talking about America, all right? That deadly wound was healed was the Roman Empire being healed and being foreign into America today, all right? And like I said, man, everything that America does, it goes back into ancient Rome. And what we just read in that article, this goes back to something that the Romans did, man. They took somebody else's celebration or whatever it was, and they ran with it, man, and they made it to they turned it into Halloween. Okay? So there's nothing new under the sun, man. Everything that we experience goes back to something. Okay? So this is another clue letting you know what these scriptures are talking about, who these scriptures are talking about. These scriptures are talking about Esau as far as the wicked parts go, okay? It's talking about America, which will be destroyed very soon. So now let's get Revelation 17 and 1 through 5. And it says, and there came one of the seven angels who had the seven vials and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, many nations. And that great whore is Babylon, aka America, aka Rome. All right. With whom the kings of the earth had committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. One of the things that they made drunk was, one of the ways that they made these other kings drunk, which are these other countries, all right, is by following the ways of the American life. All right. You got people out here celebrating Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas in other countries that don't even celebrate this shit. But that's for the simple fact that America does it, and America is everywhere, man. America is the biggest influence. Okay. America is the biggest influence. So these other countries are going to celebrate it too. You got people in the UK, South America, everywhere, man, Africa, wherever, man, there's certain people in those areas that are celebrating Halloween and the rest of these wicked holidays. That's one of the ways that they made them drunk, all right, by following the philosophies of America, okay? So, and it says, so he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet colored beast full of names and blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And a woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And you know, celebrating these holidays are an abomination, okay? You know, you're not supposed to celebrate these wicked holidays. You're supposed to be only celebrating the high holy days that the scriptures speak of, all right? Nothing else, man. Nothing else. So pretty much, man, when you read this, it tells you to come out of Babylon. Come out of the ways of Babylon, man. And one of those things that you have to do is not celebrate these holidays, all right? Can't be celebrating these holidays. Now, let's get Sirach. We're going to get Sirach 27 and 27. All right. And it says, he that worketh mischief, it shall fall upon him, and he shall know whence it cometh. Mockery and reproach are from the proud, but vengeance as a lion shall lay in wait for him. And like I said, man, they were dressing up as saints, going from door to door, asking for candy and goods or whatever the case may be, having a good time. But that's mockery, man, because as we all know, a lot of these holidays have to deal with the deaths of the Israelites, the deaths of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay? And it has to deal with the blaspheming of Yahweh Shai. Okay, so because you know you Christmas come around, they say that's Jesus' birthday and all these other things, man. But which is bullshit, because the scriptures tell you that first of all, Yahweh Shai was born in the springtime. Then you got to ask yourself, where did Santa Claus come from? Where did all these fairy tale characters come from, man? All right, it's bullshit, man. But pretty much, like I said, in verse 28, it says, mockery and reproach are from the proud, but vengeance as a lion shall lay in wait for them. So they making a mockery of you, man. And we already know who the proud are. The proud is Esau. He's the most proudful person out there, man, because he's at the top, man. He's the one in rulership. He's the one that feels like he can't be brought down. But the scriptures say otherwise, man. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is going to bring him down. Okay? So now let's get Proverbs. I read this scripture right here, and I was like, man, this scripture right here is perfect. All right, because it is Halloween, right? So look at this, man. Proverbs 1 and 10. It says, my son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. If they say, come with us, let us wait for blood. Let us lurk privately for the innocent without cause. Now I read this, right? And, you know, the first thing I'm like, it's Halloween, right? First thing I thought of was Michael Myers. You know, all these historic Halloween characters. What do they do, man? They lay in wait and they lurk privately and they slay the innocent. You look at these movies, man, you never know where they coming from. They walking slow. They never run after you. They walking slow, and as soon as they feel the chance that they get you, they slay you, kill you, cut you in pieces, whatever the case may be, man. And they do it to innocent people. People don't even know who this person is, but they'll walk up in your house, they'll follow you everywhere, and they'll slay you, man. They lie in wait for blood. So who is that today, man? Who are these outstanding characters, man? These famous characters. What nationality are they? They're Esau. Whenever you look at these movies, there's an Edomite playing these roles, man. It says, if they say, come with us, lay wait for blood, let us lurk privately for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave and whole as those that go down into the pit. We shall find all precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoil. Cast in thy light among us. Let us have one purse. My son, walk not thou in the way with them. Refrain thy foot from their path. Hey, you know, like, and that's plain, man. We supposed to refrain our foot from the ways of their life, man. We're not supposed to be celebrating these holidays, man. We're supposed to stay away from them. For their feet run to evil and make haste to shed blood. Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird, and they lay wait for their own blood. They lurk privately for their own lives. And like I said, man, that's Esau, man. That's Esau to the fullest. You look at these movies, this is exactly what they do. They wait for the right time and they lurk, man, and then they kill. They do that today, man. They do that today. They might not be dressed up and all scary as Michael Myers and everything because they hide in plain sight. All right. But at the end of the day, man, this is exactly what they do. This is exactly what they do. They lurk privately for the innocent without cause, man. How many Jakes out here has been slaughtered because of Esau, man? How many Edom, how many Jakes out here, you know, like I said, have been locked up unjustly, man? Esau been doing all of this, man. He been doing everything that we've been thinking about under the sun. He does everything wicked under the sun, man. All right. They lay in wait for blood, man. That's why they show you that in these movies, man, because they're showing you their true nature, man. This is what they love to do. Then you actually have real serial killers in real life. Like Jack the Ripper. He was an actual serial killer, man. All right. And guess who he was? An Edomite. Edomite gets his so-called pleasant days from wicked shit, man. All right. So now let's get Amos. We're gonna get Amos 5:20. And we're gonna read down to 24. It says, shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it? All right, because that's what's coming to this place, man. It's gonna be nothing but darkness in this place. You know, as soon as the second lockdown happens, and as soon as these troops are full blown in every city, not just because there's a lot of uproars and riots and everything, as soon as the troops are given the order to go out to every city and literally secure these areas, man, the day of darkness will begin, man, and you all will regret not repenting if you didn't repent, all right? Verse 21, it says, I despise your feast days. I will not smell in your solemn assemblies, all right? He will not smell in your solemn assemblies, man. He despised your feast days. What is a feast day? A feast day is a day where everybody gets together, they cook a lot of food, get all of their wine and liquor and everything like that, and they celebrate a cause. So what is Halloween? Is that not a feast day, man? Do you not get a whole lot of candy and popcorn and whatever your comfort food is for that day, and then you celebrate it by going to parties, dressing up as ghouls and goblins and whatever the case may be, and then you do all of these different things, man? Do you not, cook certain foods and everything like that for your kids? Go to horror haunted houses and everything and celebrate? That's a feast day, man. When you read the scriptures, you will not find Halloween nowhere in it. Nowhere in it, man. You just find clues letting you know to not celebrate it. All right. So now let's get Leviticus 20:6. Gonna get Leviticus 20:6, and it says, and the soul that turneth after such as have familiar spirits and after wizards to go a whoring after them, I will even set my face against that soul and will cut him off from among his people. And that's what Halloween is about, man. People go gather around and they tell spooky stories about the dead. Some people actually go to graves and everything like that, and they try to actually connect with the dead, man. They actually try to connect with these demons out there, man, so they can have a quote-unquote good time. It says, and the soul that turneth after such as have familiar spirits and after wizards go a whoring after them, I will even set my face against that soul and cut him off from among the people. So when you do these wicked and crazy things, man, the Most High is angry at you, man. You supposed to stay away from those type of things. You supposed to keep it holy, man. Keep it holy, which means to be separate, man. Be separated from this world, man, because this ain't nothing but bullshit, man. Halloween is one of the most childish things out there, man. And speaking of, let's go ahead and get that, man. Let's go ahead and get that. 1 Corinthians 13:11. It says, when I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. All right. And that's one of the most childish things you can do, man, as a grown adult, man. You over here 30, 40, 50 years old, man. And you over here still dressing up as Alice from the Wonderland. You dressing up as a Pokemon. you know, dressing up as a vampire. A lot of these females, that's like I was watching the brothers video from Chicago yesterday. A lot of these females out here, one of the things that they said a lot of these females use this day. They be like, yeah, guess what I'm gonna be for Halloween? I'm gonna be a whore. Even so, then they can have an excuse to be that whore, man. All right. And they look at that as a costume. Now they have an excuse to go out and show their curves and they ass cheeks and they breasts and everything like that, man. Because why? Because it's Halloween. They're like, oh, well, she wants to be a whore, so they'll let her be that, man. Let her have fun. Fuck that, man. You're supposed to move away from childish things, man. One of the things that they tell you as a kid, don't eat too much candy. Don't eat too much candy. Yeah, you can enjoy a little bit of it, but don't eat too much candy. But then as soon as this day comes around, you give all the kids the most candy in the world so they get all the cavities and rotten teeth that they can chew on, man, that they can create. All right, and then you just let them eat it and eat it and eat it and eat it and eat it just because it's Halloween, man. And that's one of the things about you grown adults out here too, man. Y'all need to stop using these holidays as an excuse, using your kids as an excuse to celebrate these holidays, man. Because that's a lot of things I hear a lot of people say these days. Well, you know, I really don't have no care for Christmas or Halloween and none of these other days, man. I just do it for the kids. Stop sending your kids off, man. Stop doing that shit, man. You're supposed to groom your kids from when they're born, man. You're supposed to let them know what it is as soon as they come out the womb. As soon as they're able to understand what you're saying, as soon as they're able to talk back, speak back, you're supposed to teach them the true ways of life. Grow up, man. The fuck is wrong with you people, man? Let's get this last scripture, man. We're going to get, actually, no, I'm just going to end it with that, man. Yeah, we're just going to end it with that. Because like I said, man, at the end of the day, man, we all know Halloween is bullshit. And this is a day that you shouldn't be celebrating, man. Shouldn't be celebrating it. All right. It's a childish day, and it's bullshit, man. All right. So with that, man, I hope this was edifying. I'm gonna say call Halayim, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rekakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned is true from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word to the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aquath that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ratazah, I'll be back on another lesson. Keep pushing, Yasharala. Keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.